What up, what up, what up? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you are in the world. Yes, it's me, April Love, here in Boston. Wishing you a blessed time. Truly hope you're finding reasons to smile, laugh, enjoy life. Appreciate everything and everyone around you. Just eating a little chicken nuggets. Because I didn't get to eat much at home. Like button. Share out the stream. If this is your first time here, welcome. It's all about love and positivity. If you haven't, go check out some of my other videos. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Check out my links in the description for all my social media, for aloveproductions.com. And if you feel like donating a few bucks to my dreams, to my journey, hit the PayPal. Anyway, got that out of the way right in the beginning. And normally, I don't buy, chain or fast food. But I was hungry. I had no choice. 1 o'clock in the morning. So, anyway, I know I've been a little scarce with the streams and the videos. I'm not going to say why or what, because I don't think I fully understand why or what. For a while I was dealing with a lot of energy issues. I have motivational issues. And for the past couple weeks, last few weeks, I've been fasting. And to be honest, just not feeling up to in like a negative or depressed way. Just, I'll admit one thing, that I've been sucked into the rabbit hole of just watching random videos on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, and kind of getting distracting myself a little too much away from what I want to be doing. And maybe it was, a mental break that I needed. I don't know. But I'm trying to pick myself back up. And, I'm halfway through Ramadan. And here's what I'll say about Ramadan. I think I said this in my last video. But my energy, not necessarily my energy, I want to say my overall health is kind of resetting itself, because I am restricted to when I can eat and drink. So it's because I'm fasting, my body is actually starting to reset itself. I was having a lot of pain in my fingers for a couple weeks. The pain in my right hand is pretty much gone. I get a couple of aches and pains here and there. There's still a little bit going on in my left hand, but I was using CBD oil, which helped to almost completely eliminate the pain in my fingers. Because I was, I wasn't taking it internally. I was just rubbing it into my fingers, and it literally helped. That, and I've been drinking this, trying to finish off this bottle every night. It's 72 ounces. If I'm able to get extra water, then I'll drink extra water, but I'm trying to get through this every night, and I've been doing fairly well. If I get down here and I don't finish the little bit left, that's, the last of it, that's fine. But I'm trying to keep myself hydrated. I've actually been eating prep meals, but because I was working this weekend, I wasn't able um, to restock my meals. But I'll be off this weekend per usual, and I'll be able to restock for the coming work week. So I ate what I could at home. I got a little bit of fast food just to kind of tie me over. I have one little sandwich that I'm going to eat about 3 a.m. To finish off my food, and then by 4 a.m. I will start fasting again. No water, no food. And whoever's sitting in here, thank you for sitting. Hit that like button. Let me see if you actually said anything, because I know how the chat doesn't always work. And I know this is not the greatest position to be sitting in, but I don't have anywhere else in the car to put my phone. And I know the lighting stinks, but it is what it be. You gotta work with what you got. So, and I'll be honest, tonight I have had kind of up in the air energy and thoughts, come next month, the end of June. Those of you who know, if you saw my last live stream, I work at a thoroughbred racetrack in Boston. Come the end of June, they'll have one more race, and there will be no longer any racing at this facility. They're going to keep the simulcasting, which is watching the TVs, for another 6 months, maybe a year. But I don't know where that leaves me right now. Like my boss said, I have nothing to worry about, but I feel that I do. I'm trying not to, because I want to get refocused on what I really want to do. And that's the other thing I'm more concerned about, is I don't want to have to feel like I need to find another job. I want to get something rolling, and I say it all the time. And I know I'm cutting. If you watched me over the last 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years, you've seen me kind of do this a lot, but I keep coming back. I keep trying to push forward. I keep trying to pick myself back up. What up, Foodie? How you doing, girl? You finally finished with your school? Got all those poems done? I'm sure it'll be too soon before you have to write another one. I missed you, girl. But I've been checking out your stories on IG. Yay! Congratulations. I've been alright. I've been fasting during Ramadan. The first week was a little tough, but I think my body is actually resetting itself. Um, the last week or two, I haven't been too active on social media. Like I'll have a day, maybe 2 days where I'm very active, and then I disappear again. Um, 'Cause during the day, well, this weekend I worked 12-hour shifts, so all I did was sleep and work for 4 days straight. And the rest of the time, it was, you know, a mixture of just clearing my head, um, distracting myself by watching, you know, videos and stuff on Facebook and IG and, you know, all that good stuff, and just kind of getting lost in my head too. So, but again, I'm trying to push myself back out. Because if you saw week 20 of the health and fitness videos, all I did was talk in that video because I haven't been working out. The only thing I have been doing for the occasional takeout, I haven't been doing as much takeout because I'm fasting and because of the fact that I'm working. By the time I break my fast, you know, I'm limited on what to eat. So I've been trying to do food prep, and usually I get all my food prep done on my days off because haven't had a day off since last week. My food prep is dwindling down, but I will be off Friday, Saturday. So, and my fridge needs to be restocked. Um, Things are starting to disappear, so but I can't do anything about that until Friday anyway. So, but I do notice a big difference in my energy in general. Um, I've just been a little weary about being active during the day because I am fasting and I can't drink anything. And it's one of the reasons why I'm not working out is because I don't want to dehydrate myself or overexhaust myself. But starting today or Tuesday, I decided I'm going to do little increments of working out every day, even if it's only for a couple minutes. You know, I won't work out to the point where I feel like I need something to drink. You know, you know, 5 to 10 minutes, one little exercise just to kind of get the blood flowing and whatnot. And I'm really gonna figure out how I can hustle and really get focused on creating more. Um, yeah. You know what's kind of interesting though, right? Is I'm fasting for Ramadan, right? Which is no food from sunrise to sunset. No food, no water, so not even anything to drink. It's almost the same as intermittent fasting. I think the only difference is you can drink at least one. I think with intermittent fasting they allow water, black coffee, or green tea. And I think you're able to drink, throughout your day. But it's the food intake, your calorie intake, that you restrict to a certain period of time. You know, in, in roughly the time period that we're fasting, at least here in the East Coast, it varies wherever you are in the world. There are some countries that literally have to fast for Ramadan. There are literally countries that have to fast for like 22, 23 hours. I saw a video recently too of a guy in Norway. Was it Norway? Either Norway or Finland or something like that, where right now they don't have a legitimate sunrise or sunset because of where they are. The all the sun does is move around in a circle, so it never really gets dark. So they have to follow. You know, they have to. They what they do is follow what happens in Saudi Arabia in Mecca. And they break their fast with the timing of Mecca and whatever, because that way they can eat and drink. Otherwise, they'd be fasting 24 hours a day, which you can't really do. But at least here in Boston, it already is about 16 hours that we fast. And from what I've been reading or listening about the intermittent fasting, that there's a different time frame. You can pick the time that suits you better. I think it's 12 hours, 12 hours of food, food and water, 12 on. I think there's another one where it's 16 hours of no food, but you have a window of 8 hours to eat. But the other difference is with the intermittent fasting, you can choose the time that best suits you. Versus with Ramadan, it's during a certain period of time, like it's already a scheduled period of time. That's why at 1 o'clock and 1:20 in the morning, I'm still eating. Because for the most part, I try not to eat. I might have a snack here and there, but I don't really eat while I'm at work. So what is your degree going to be in, Foodie? If you're the one still in here. There you go. Hello, Manji. How are you? And what are you hoping to do with that? Or what can you do with that? Well, hopefully it opens some doors for you. That's good. Somebody mentioned to me the other day that I should still try to go back to school. I've thought about it off and on, but I've been listening to Gary Vee too much, and it kind of, well, here's my take on it. Not a suggestion, just my humble opinion. What was your reason for going to school in the first place? Just a goal that you had for yourself, or did you have something specific in mind? You're like, I just want to, I want to go to school and I want to get a degree. You didn't necessarily care what kind of degree. You just, you know what, I want to. This is a goal I have for myself, and I want to achieve it. I mean, if it's something that was on a bucket list, if it was something that excuse me. Excuse me. Here's my opinion about it. Whether it's you or anybody, if you have a particular goal in mind that you believe getting the college education will help you to achieve. You're trying to get a particular job that requires a college education. You're looking for a degree in a particular field that will get you in the door of a particular industry. Or maybe it is just a bucket list thing that you want to achieve. Then, go for it. You just graduated. You're happy the fact that you graduated. That you made it through. Now, if you're gonna go, if you even, but I kind of agree with Gary Vee that with all the free opportunity there is throughout the internet, granted, we have to figure out how it all works, figure out exactly what we want to do, how we can actually find a way to make money at it. But there's so many different things available throughout the internet that we can tap into to make a living, to chase a dream, to whatever that doesn't require the college education. And in turn, you don't add debt, you don't add on that debt of the loans and whatnot, you know. And if there's any truth to what Gary Vee says, that, in the coming years, you know, that higher education that we all accumulate debt over, you know, that's going to begin to, that's slowly going to start to fade. Because people are going to more and more people are realizing they can get more hands-on, you know, experience or more hands-on knowledge from watching videos or searching the web or, connecting with people on the web that are skilled in a particular thing and could either mentor or train or whatever. You know, granted, that's easy for me to say because look where I'm sitting. All right, I'm sitting at my at the job that I've had for 15 years. I'm still trying to figure out that it's spooky. The shadows and stuff in the background, that's spooky. And it's windy, so now you see the trees moving. And anyway, I know it's easy for me to sit here and say, oh, you know, this or that or the other thing. But at the same time, and I know I'm not doing 100%. Like, I already know that. I'm trying, I keep picking myself up and I keep falling back down and I keep getting distracted and I keep, you know, finding ways and reasons and excuses to slow myself down, but I do agree, you know, with those that have found success, and even, I mean, even Gary Vee, the college that he went to went out of business, um, I think within the last 6 months. He went to Mount Ida College in Newton, Mass. But if you're someone that wants to educate yourself and in whatever you want to learn about, there's so much accessibility sitting on our phones, literally on our fingertips. you know, my biggest issue is I'm not the best at comprehending stuff or researching stuff, and that's why I'm still stuck where I am. You know, be proud that you got your degree. You know, you did something, you set out to do it, and you accomplished it. But now that you're done, if you don't have a specific career or or industry that you're trying to go into that a graduate degree would help you with, if you enjoy learning and you want to learn something that will help you to get, help you into a particular direction or field or whatever, if if you are someone that likes to learn and you feel you're a good student, you know, the plat we're on one of the platforms that allow you to learn almost anything. And some people even offer, you know, for a hell of a lot less of a fee than you would pay for college. I mean, if you're willing to dish out or have loans to pay back for years to come, why not, save enough to go, if you see there's a course. Thank you, Manji. I may stay on for like maybe another half hour or so. So just get an hour in. Because I'm going to relax for a little bit before I have to go get the last meal of my night. Because I got to eat again right around 3 o'clock. Before 3:30, before 3:30ish, I have to be done with my food. I'm trying not to guzzle this down because last night I guzzled it down and I was going to the restroom every 20 minutes for like 3 hours. I got it from Stop and Shop. Not a sponsor. Supermarket here in Boston. I know it's a New England based supermarket, but it was like $5 too. It was like maybe six. I think it was like $4.99 or $5.99. It's 72 ounces. The only issue I have with it is that it does leak. Which, I mean, what do you expect for... I'm just going to see if it does leak. Yep, there it goes. It does leak. You know, but I wanted something, like, because I'm fasting, I just wanted one big bottle of water that I can bring to, I can drink from the time that I break my fast at home. um, and because, like, this past weekend I worked um, 12 hours and I couldn't really leave the area that I was in. So I didn't want to have to worry about finding more to drink. In my other bottle, it's a regular size water bottle. I would have drank that in 5 minutes after not drinking all day. So I was like, if I could get something that's close to a gallon, a half gallon, something in between, that's, easy to carry, then like I can try, I can drink this from the time I break my fast to the time I have to fast again. And if I can finish it, it will hopefully keep me hydrated throughout the day. And so far, it's been doing well. Yesterday, I overdid it because I'm back on my regular schedule. I had a big glass of water at home. And then I got something from Starbucks. Then I started drinking this at work. Um, right now, I think it's it starts at 3:45, I think, a.m. and goes until 8. Tonight it will be 8:06 p.m. So 3:45 to roughly around 8 p.m. 3:45 a.m. Let's see. Yeah, and I still got about 15 days to go. We're supposed to end the fast, I think, around June 4th. Well, like I was saying though, it's kind of like the intermittent fasting. The only difference, two of the major differences, there's always an argument. There's always an argument of when it starts and when it ends. Like this Ramadan, people thought it started on the 5th. Some people thought it started on the 6th. From what I know here in Boston, I believe at least one of the mosques are ending it on the 4th. And I'm sure it depends on who you talk to, whatever. So, but that always seems to be what the debate is on exactly when things are gonna end. I go along with the local mosque when they say they're gonna end. I end because I don't know any better. but But again, the fasting is, no different than intermittent fasting. The only couple of differences is with intermittent fasting, you get to choose the time that you're going to fast from. So if or when you're going to allow yourself to eat. So you can say, I'm not going to eat or drink, or I'm going to eat between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. And then the rest of the time it's either you're just gonna drink water, because I think during intermittent fasting, you know it's it's about limiting the time that you eat, and obviously you want to eat as healthy as you can during that time. And then as far as the water I think you're able to drink you know past throughout the day, so you don't have to limit your water intake. But you're limited on what you can drink. I think it's just water, black coffee, or green tea. Unsweetened green tea. Versus, like I said, Ramadan, it's specific time. Everything's timed out. So maybe another 20 minutes. And welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You know what I'm surprised about? I don't think I, I don't know if I haven't fully paid attention, but I don't think I've yawned yet. I can feel it in the back of my head, but in the back of my throat, but I haven't like, usually when I start my um, streams, if I'm in the vehicle, for whatever reason, when I'm in the vehicle, I just start yawning like crazy. And I don't think I might have yawned once, I honestly can't remember. I am slowly getting a little tired, but it's all good. That's just spooky. So how you doing, Manji? It's all right. I would say it's more at room temperature, and I honestly prefer it at room temperature. I mean, unless it's like 90 degrees out or whatever, I prefer it at like, you know, the average room temperature. I want to find a bottle like this that one is not only leak proof but has the straw. Because especially if I'm driving and I want to drink something, I don't want to have to do this. That's a dangerous thing to do while driving. So if it had like the straw, you know, the pop-up straw that some of the sports bottles has, you know, like the other water bottle I have, like I could just pop that open and sip it like a regular thing. Nah, I got this particular one I got at a local supermarket. I'm sure Walmart has this one, but that's not where I bought it though. But it's definitely ideal for like right now where I'm fasting and I don't want to be carrying like 20 bottles of water just to make it through the night. So I gotta come up with like a creative schedule. I gotta start treating YouTube and my content, whether it's a live stream, video, posting photos. I gotta start treating it like it's like a full-time job. Even if I'm not getting paid, I need to start treating it as such. You know, I gotta give it more attention. A little interesting update. So a couple months ago, I met with a local company that wanted to talk to me about um, what I do on YouTube, about my content, and them trying to develop something that can help creators get brand deals or help content creators um, get fair fair offers, whether it's a brand deal or a way to be able to make make money, a fair way to make money. I was supposed to meet with them Friday afternoon, so they can kind of give me a briefing on where they're at with everything and what they're developing, and hopefully we can see how I can fit into their um, scheme. Um, how I can fit into them, their platform and their development. Because I told them I'm definitely interested in staying involved in any way I can. Um, and hopefully it helps me to grow as well as helps them to be able to develop what they're trying to develop. Um, so hopefully, I get some good information and, something to, to hold on to, something to look forward to. And I love the fact that this is a company, they just started their company. They, quit their career jobs that they had to start this venture. They consume a lot of content and they wanted to, find a way they can help creators, you know, you know, get compensated. That was the word I was looking for. Get fair compensation, financial compensation in some way, shape, or form. Um, I think they're more of an, they're gonna software developer, so they might be looking to start an app or something to that effect for creators. But my feeling about them is they really do have the content creators' interest at heart, which is another reason why I feel like I really want to stay involved with them. And if they allow me to, you know. And and I've been during this Ramadan, I've been praying like crazy, asking God for that financial blessing, that life-changing financial blessing, that you know, life-changing opportunity. I've been asking to help keep me focused, keep me driven, you know, help me to get connected with the tools and the people that can help me to grow. Austin, what is it, homie? What is it? Hit that like button. Thank you for being here. Thank you for popping in. I know it is late. You, me, and Foodie are on the East Coast, so it is on that late. Huh? 004s? If I don't know what it is, you probably already got the answer. The new Gary. Oh, nah. You know which ones I want? And I didn't get them because I'm trying to be smart with my money. Is I want the clouds. I want the black clouds, and I didn't even get those because I think at regular price they were $100. I wanted the black clouds, the dark, the black and blue ones. But I didn't get them because when you hear him. What does he say all the time? What does he say all the time? He's like, stop spending your money on dumb stuff. I'm not gonna curse in my stream. And as much as I want to support him and show love to him in that way, I'm not, you know, I'm not in a financial place where I can just, let's put it this way. I've been wearing the same pair of sneakers for 2 years. And I go to the outlets and get $30 Adidas. So, what's a cutback? I'm not a big sneakerhead either, or shoe head. I'm not a big, when I see something I like, I know what I like. But I don't go out of my way to, I mean, my phone is another good example. I'm still on a Galaxy S7. I want the new S10. And I don't spend more than maybe $50 on a pair of sneakers. I love my phone too, but it's slowly starting to break down. Like if you've seen one of my last videos, how shaky it was. That wasn't me. That was the phone. And I tried to stabilize it, and then I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not gonna stabilize it. My channel is about being not being perfect, and being accepting of not being perfect. So I left the shaking in the video. You know, I left the glitch in the video. And I've done that multiple times where I left the glitch in the video. The other issue I have is I can't transport files. I can't transfer files from my phone to my laptop Because when I plug in my phone with the UBS cord, it says that it doesn't recognize the phone. And I've connected it to multiple computers, and I continue to get the same message. So anything that I record on my phone, I have to edit and upload from my phone. I mean, I know I can use the clouds, but I tried that once, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't transfer properly, or I couldn't figure out what I was doing. So yeah, well, I'm anti-Apple, so that ain't happening. I'm anti-Apple. I've been anti-Apple since the first iPhone. But I tried to look it up on eBay. I have an iPod Touch 4, I believe, which is one, obviously like the fourth one, fourth generation in, so it's very early iPod Touch. And then I have a regular iPod, which I believe is either generation 3 or a generation 4. The iPod Touch has one slight crack on the screen. And I haven't done it yet. I've been dragging my feet, but I keep thinking about it. I'm really, like, I'm a little nervous about it, and it's why I haven't done it yet. I know I'm overthinking it, but I want to start trying to do some stuff on eBay, like selling those iPods. And like I got some classic Hot Wheel cars. I have an old 1976 Hot Wheel fire truck that I did look up on eBay, and I think completed items sold. I believe they were selling for roughly around $6 a piece. I think I have two of them. The the fire trucks. I got a couple of other Hot Wheels. Yep. I just haven't been focused enough to like really sit down and, you know, strategize and really give it the, because that's what I want to do. I want to sit down and give it the attention that it deserves. All right. Thank you for coming in, Austin. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. I think you already clicked out, but it's all good. Who's still here? Manji. Foodie. You're not here? So you responding is just a figment of my imagination? I make that joke with my mother. When she goes, is that your brother? I go, no, that's not my brother. Like if she's looking for somebody in the house and they're right in front of her and then she sees them, I'm like, no, that's not him. That's just the figment of your imagination. So there's this big YouTuber that I've really been getting into watching because I love what he does. You know, he does. He gives back in like such. He's like the male YouTube version of Ellen. He goes by the name of Mr. Beast. I don't know if either one of you have heard of him. I've just started watching him in the last couple months, and I've been responding to his videos a lot, more often than even the other YouTubers that I watch. Cause like, that's what I want to do. What he's doing, where he like, giving money away or like doing random stuff for people. Look him up, Mr. Beast. Like the last video I think he put out, he emptied out a whole supermarket and donated everything in the supermarket to 3 different charities. He used the money that he got from a sponsorship from a company that sponsored his video to buy out a whole supermarket. And that's not the only type of video he did like that. Like he'll do like he's done videos where like his friends where like if you do this for 24 hours, I'll give you $10,000, or you'll give a random person a brand new car, or he sometimes he literally just gives money away for this, for the fun of it. And I'm like, this is this type of stuff I want to be doing. Like even now, I live. Well, he's got like I think he's got like 15 million subscribers. So yeah. Like he goes on Twitch. He's gone on Twitch and given like $10,000 donations to people. Yeah, I forget what company it was, but the company sponsored $100,000 for shouting out their company, their brand. Well, they said they gave a sponsorship for $100,000 to shout out the company in his video. So instead of keeping the $100,000, he used it to do this major good deed. And that's what he does. That's kind of his shtick. That's his gimmick. Instead of keeping this, like, I'm sure he keeps some of the sponsorship money for himself, and he's got his mother and he's got people helping to manage his finances, but he does take some of those, takes a lot of those sponsorships and puts it right back into his videos to make content, and his content is him giving away the money. you know, he'll say, "I got sponsored $10,000 to shout out, this particular company, and I'm gonna use the money to to give to a homeless person." He has a video where he actually did that. He gave a homeless person $10,000. He's giving another homeless person a brand new house. He's giving again, he'll do like stupid, 20-hour, 24-hour challenges with his friends, and say, if you could do this for 24 hours, I'll give you this, or I'll give you that, or whatever. And it's not like small change. It's $10,000, $20,000, a new car. And then he does have other videos where he just does like silly stuff, you know. But I've been watching him, and like I can't help. I'm so, so inspired. Like, even like now, you guys know my financial situation. You know what my job situation is. I've been for the last couple of days going, how can I do something that like he's been doing on a scale that I can afford? I want to do it big. I want to do 1,000, give someone a random $1,000 or $10,000 or whatever. But how can I do something like that on a smaller scale? And I would like to take $50 and randomly walk down the street and just ask somebody, could you use an extra $10? You know? And I've thought about, would I want to do something like that on camera? Because, yeah, it is content, but I don't want to take away from the genuineness that, like, I really want to do that. Like, there would have to be like, here's an example. Last year, I think it was sometime last year, I went out of my way to make turkey and cheese wraps, bought extra bananas and extra bottles of water, and I went downtown Boston, and I brought I think $20 with me, broke it into fives, because I figured, and was passing it out to the homeless. Originally, I was gonna record it all, and I talked about it on camera, saying, so I'm making, and I showed myself making the sandwiches, making the wraps, putting the food together in bags, and I had my niece, my cousin, and my mother with me, and we went to a particular spot in downtown Boston, and we were looking for homeless people to give them, you know, $5, give them a little food or whatever. And I know the area that I picked, you know, there are a lot of, people that are homeless. Maybe that's not the reason why they became homeless, but they're not, they were under the influence. And I was a little wary about giving the money, but I had to remind myself that I'm not doing this, the whole purpose for me to do this on the genuine side is I want to show somebody that somebody cares about what's going on with them. I'm not someone that just wants to give a homeless person money because I'm afraid of, if they're using something. I don't want them to use the money for that. But I also have to remind myself not to judge their situation. And pray that, because someone was kind enough to go, hey, could you use a few dollars, that maybe they will, maybe me, I'll be the person that stops them to go, this person cared enough to give me a few dollars. Maybe I'll actually go buy food, or, you know, buy gloves because it's the middle of winter, or, something that will actually benefit them. You know, I, you know, and that's why I also made the food where, like, if I'm passing out food, it's something to eat. So, because I was only giving out $20. You know, like I said, I broke it up to give at least four people $5. You know, um, but again, I started to record that whole process, and then I went and I was like, I don't really feel comfortable giving, showing myself, giving, you know, to the homeless like that, and putting them on blast. Not blast, but like putting the, for my benefit, for my, and it wasn't necessarily for my benefit. It was like I wanted to show what I've seen. I wanted to inspire people in the way that I've been inspired. And I wanted to help people. So I have a moral dilemma when it comes to like doing good deeds and recording it. Because I want to do it and I want to inspire others to do it as well by showing what I'm doing. But I don't want to expose people, put people on camera just, so I can have a video. I've had other ideas too on that lines where instead of just going up to people and asking them, hey, could you use an extra $5, an extra $10? I had an idea of just dropping $5 and walking away, and whether they came back to give it to me or not, I didn't. It wasn't a matter of me caring. It's, if they came back and go, hey, you dropped it, I go, hey, keep it. You know, if they said something else, why does that open? And I am still thinking of doing something to that effect, but um, yeah, I don't know how I would go about it. The other issue I have is I don't have anybody to record for me. So even if I wanted to record it, like, it's gonna be very obvious because I'm gonna have the camera in my hand. Because again, something that I'm nervous about is putting my phone or camera down for people to, possibly snatch it. But like I want to do stuff like that, man. I want to, you know, you know, that's one of the big things that I want to do. I want to get to the point where I have enough money where I can do random stuff and give to family and give to random people, you know. And watching something like this dude, Mr. Beast, like, that's so much up my alley. Maybe not the silly stuff that he does or the challenges he does, but like, I would want to do stuff like that. That would be awesome, man. I will. I know I will. I keep putting it out to the universe. I keep putting it out there, especially during this month of Ramadan. I'm putting out extra prayers. I'm trying to use the opportunity of Ramadan to really focus on my meditation and my prayers and my mindset, and just trying to keep positive even when I know this thing is coming up. Um, and trying to at least focus on this, on Ramadan. If I can't focus on my videos, if I can't focus on my health, at least focus, like, if I can make it through Ramadan and reset myself in that way, as Ramadan starts to come to an end, I can start trying to pro- process myself and get into a routine, so for sure. Thank you for coming in, and I think I'm actually gonna head off myself. Um, I'm gonna relax a little bit before I have to start fasting again. Before I have to eat again. Um, Manji, Foodie, Austin, thank you for coming in and showing your love. Thank you to that person that was hiding in the background that didn't say anything. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Anyone that comes in after the fact, you know what to put in the comments. Just put that hashtag love crew, because I know I got the best crew on YouTube. We might be small, but we will grow. We'll grow strong with love, with appreciation for each other. With that, I'm gonna end it. As always, like, love, share, and inspire. Don't forget, love is everything. I will see you next time. And whoever just came in, I apologize. I'm ending. Much love. But you can still hit that like button. Much love. Peace.